friends, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. We're in the food forest, spring has sprung, and there's work to be done.
Absolutely.
Let's get to it. All right, well, first off, we need to apologize. She is shaded. We were at the Farm Where You Live festival yesterday. It was windy and cold, and you got burned.
Yeah, I burn real easy, so I'm not taking the hat off.
we were doing everything we could to stay in the sun to stay warm, but boy, it was a chilly day.
Yes, it was.
But anyway, so we are in the food forest, and you are scattering bird seed.
I'm scattering clover, so we're doing a combination of a smaller red clover and a Dutch white clover. Now, the smaller red clover is going to get about 3 to 4 inches tall. The Dutch white clover is only about 2 inches tall, and we are spreading this. Now, we started this last season because I want to actually add clover as a ground cover for our food forests and for our garden. And one of the main reasons why is it's going to act as a weed suppressor. You can see down there we have a lot of issues with plants coming up that we don't necessarily want in the food forest. Now, when this first started, I was stressing about the weeds coming up. I can't keep up with it. And then the more I've learned about permaculture and finishing my permaculture design course, and the more that I have studied soil, it doesn't bother me as much now because weeds are just telling us what's wrong with our soil, right? And y'all know we bought an old depleted tobacco barn. So, or excuse me, old depleted tobacco farm, not barn. So the soil was terrible. And we still have a lot of work to do, but it's healing. And clover is going to not only help suppress some of those weeds, it's going to actually add nitrogen to the soil, and it's going to bring in all of those pollinators. They absolutely love clover, but those weeds down there are telling me, okay, there's still some compaction in the soil. It's still very acidic. We know that it's lacking some calcium. It's one of the things that you see with dandelions. So we know that there's work to do down there, but this is going to help not only suppress, but it's going to help heal.
Yep.
So we are putting this
now
all over.
Yes. Now, William, the permaculture consultant, told us, don't worry about it. Between the strawberries we have down and the clover we've put down, it will eventually choke out those grasses and the weeds that you don't want. But you know, our upbringing in the city is like, no, you got to pull the weeds. You got to stay on top of it. Well, we're learning along with you. So
well, and now if you do have to pull up a weed, you drop it, and it's actually going to go back to your soil. So
yeah, just chop and drop, sort of. Sort of. But
yeah, cut and
anyway,
drop.
so
I guess
you laid it on heavy down there because of that is a very, very, very grassy area.
Grassy, heavy plantain.
And here we're going through a little bit thinner. So one seed can be a little pricey. Not for the area we have, it's not that big a deal, but we're gonna run it thin through here because there is already clover coming up. And I'm gonna get out of the way so you can start scattering.
All right.
Okay, we are up in the newer section of the food forest, and not even, what, 6 months ago? How long ago did he?
It wasn't that long. It was just a few months ago. Yeah, it was right before winter set in.
Yeah, about 6 months ago, our friend with his dozer came through here and leveled this off. We had a little bit of level going that way to the food forest, but then it just dropped off and sloped down by my shop and on down the way. He came through here in about 4 swipes. We've got a nice level area to continue our food forest. And while it was bare dirt, we hit it heavy with the clover seed. And we'll show you how well that has come up. And the soil in here has improved so much. I mean,
still have a lot of work to do, but
yeah, but it's night and day already, and it's 6 months. 6 months,
yeah.
maybe closer to a year. But anyway,
yeah, it's only been about 6-7 months at the most.
Yeah, it's new ground, and it's healing fast. And you know, our plum tree's coming up, and we've got raspberries and garlic and onions and all kinds of good stuff in our food forest.
But I want to show you how far we've come with the soil in just a couple of years.
Yeah.
All right, so when we started this food forest, I guess it's been about 2 years now. I think this was absolute clay, horrible soil, nothing but pioneer species when we started. And we started with cardboard, we started with compost, with wood shavings, and then we've been adding comfrey, compost teas, comfrey tea, rabbit manure, and it's, you know, it's really helped the soil in here. I want to show you, we started with clay.
Hey, what's that you're digging with?
That's our Hori Hori knife. These are great, and if you need one, you can get one at renewedhomestead.com/shop.
Ding, ding, ding.
But look at the, I want to show you the soil. That's after a couple of years. And we still have a lot of work to go. I mean, we still have a lot of work to do in here. There's still a lot of improvement that needs to be made. But in 2 years, guys, we've made huge progress. The trick to bad soil, quick tip, organic matter. That's really it. Organic matter solves your problems with your soil. So we're going to keep doing what we've been doing, especially with the rabbit manures, especially with the compost and the compost teas and the comfrey teas. But wanted to kind of show you what we're doing, why we're doing it, and why we focus so much on clover. It's a great ground cover. Clover and strawberries do really well together. It's going to bring in those pollinators. It's going to bring nutrients down from the soil up, and it's going to feed nitrogen back into the soil. So win-win.
Hey, so what's that coming up next to you?
Well, this is comfrey, and it's actually starting to come up really well. We have a video of the beneficial uses of comfrey and why you need it on your property. I will link that in the description below. But it's starting to come up, so we should have comfrey root available, I'd say probably about just another week or so, and we'll have it back in stock. If you are not growing this plant, you need to be growing this plant.
And let me show you. She's got one by her there. We've put one here, and here, and there, and there. It's all along in our food forest. That's how important this plant is and how useful it is. It's good stuff.
All over our food forest, all over our gardens.
That's right. All right, so that's kind of a quick tour of our food forest. Not what we're planting, but what we're overseeding with. Just thought we'd bring you over and show you our pretty little tulips coming up. I love bulbs just because they divide and you can get free plants every year if you dig them up and spread the bulbs around. I do love free. Mm-hmm. And this is our honeyberry?
Honeyberry,
right?
Yep.
Honeyberry. We got one last year.
We got one last year.
We got one last year.
I think we got two.
Yeah.
Got two last year.
But they were pretty good.
But it's only a couple years old. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not as sweet as a blueberry, but
it's good.
Hey, you know what?
It's going to make really good jam, I bet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be really good.
And it's loaded with flowers this year, so we're really excited.
Yeah, and then I think once, maybe even this year, we might even be able to divide it.
I think so, yeah. We should be able to just stick the root cuttings.
Maybe in the creek.
Maybe in the creek.
Ooh. You'll get that reference later, like way later. But anyway, all right, well, hope that was helpful to you, and let us know if you've got putting clover down or if you're using a different kind of ground cover.
There's multiple different ground covers you can use. These are just what we have chosen: strawberries and clover.
Yeah, and the strawberries will, these are going to send out runners. We got some starts from Billy and Michelle over at Permaculture's farm. Thank you again. I mean, we've got strawberries we've bought.
Yeah,
strawberries
and now that we can keep the deer out of it, because we put Billy and Michelle's in, and then the deer came through and ate them all down. Ugh. So we lost a bunch. Yeah. A few survived, thankfully, but.
And there's quite a few coming up this season, so.
Stupid deer.
Yeah, and then we found a deal on some more, so we got some more. We like berries, can you tell?
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, hope your spring's off to a hopping start, and get your gardens going.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Make it so.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, I am a huge Star Trek nerd, so.
I'm more Star Wars, but Star Wars is dead.
Star Trek, they're trying to kill it too, but
Yeah.
yes.
And here comes Belle to weigh in on it. Hi, Belle. Queen of the food
And I know we've
forest.
asked this before, but Star Trek or Star Wars? Original, I'm talking like TNG era
And I'm talking 1977, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Yes, yes.
Everything, anyway. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. See you on the next video. Oh, and we will have more announcements. We are going to plan a get-together sometime in October-ish. We're trying to nail down the date, but if you're in the western North Carolina area at all, we'll give you details as soon as we have them. All right. Again, take care. God bless. Thank you for your prayers. We'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Excuse you. Excuse you.
Belle is one helpful pup.
Make it so.